There are moments in our lives when we feel blue, like sad, some more than others. And yesterday afternoon was my moment. I really, really felt blue. A deep sadness. You know, that kind of feeling that you are but you don't belong. That's how I felt yesterday. When my wife got home, tired, she asked me, "What's wrong with you? You're so sad." I said, "I don't know, I just don't feel like talking." We sat at the table, we had supper, and she said a few times, "You're scaring me, you're not talking, what's wrong?" I said, "You know me, sometimes I just don't feel like talking." You see, for those who know numerology, the 16-7 life path, journey, destiny, it is a very, very deep number. It's a very spiritual number, which automatically makes us feel every so often that we don't belong. It's like we're in the wrong planet. I read something like years ago, maybe 20 so years ago, and the question was, how deep is the ocean? And the answer, not as deep as a 7. After supper, we sat down and watched a bit TV. Usually I listen to the news. Not that I'm interested, but I want to know what's going on in the Matrix. And Johnny Depp came to the news. Well, he was part of the news. And apparently, he's in really, really bad shape. So he's in horrible financial shape. Relationships don't work, and he's a mess. And when you look at him, like the picture I just showed you, he looks sick. He looks sick. I turned to my wife and said, "You know what? Suddenly I feel good. Suddenly I'm happy. I'm content. Because Johnny Depp is so famous, he could have been a multi-millionaire, and I'm richer than him. And I'm happy. I'm whole. I'm not sick. I'm here." I was healed from my sadness, from my blue moment. I want to share with you what I see in this code. It's a quite interesting code. I don't know if you know about numerology, but well, if you don't, stick with me and try to follow as I go along. Our birth date produces a lot of our journey here. The total of the day, the month, and the year gives us our life path, our journey. And in this case, it's a 16-7. 7 stands for the tiger. The tiger. Why the tiger? The loner. Don't cross his path. Leave him alone. Because it can be very peaceful, solitary, but at the same time, very aggressive. When you look at his character, his personality is a 9. So the 9 is the howl. Knowledge. But anybody born the 9th, the 18th, or the 27th of the month, I'm sorry to tell you, but you have some not so pleasant experiences to go through. 9 is also the end. So it tells you that you came here into this lifetime to close some circles, to finish, to complete some chapters. And that usually translates by an injustice or 2 or 3. One thing is sure, 9 and 7 are very spiritual, but that's not all. The birth date gives us the meaning, or should I say, it lets us know what's up ahead. See, I'm driving down this road and I will know what to expect as I travel down the road. In terms of influence, pinnacles, and in terms of challenges I will find. As you can imagine, there are compatibilities and incompatibilities. See, I can be compatible to somebody or incompatible with somebody. That's usually something that we all know about. Compatible, not compatible. What we don't always think or know, because this is not taught in school, is that I could be incompatible with my own self. In other words, it's like putting flippers in my feet and walk in the desert. Now, how compatible is that? Totally incompatible. It doesn't mean I don't advance. It doesn't mean I can't walk. But God, it's so difficult because it's not compatible. He's 54, Johnny Depp. And he is in a serious situation as we speak. Not that I know the details, I don't. But because of what I saw yesterday, I did his code. Let me see who he's about. Who he is about. See, when you see a body, you don't see the soul. You don't see the plan, you don't see the mission. I hope you are aware, I hope you know that you're not here because your parents decide to have a sexual relationship and you showed up. No one knows how to make another. Think about it. Food for thought. He was born in a month 6. Now follow me carefully, because I really want you to get this. He was born in a month 6. 6 is not at all compatible with the 7. Totally incompatible. The thought of having flippers in your feet walking in the desert. Get it? Totally incompatible. Now, what does that mean, Antonio, you ask? Mood swings. He is not well or happy where he is. So we're talking about mood swings. In the morning he may feel very well, maybe very good. In the afternoon he may just be down or just go away, be alone. I don't know if you can see through what I'm saying. This does not promote good relationships. And when I say good relationships, it's good, it's relationships in general, with himself. With himself. So he's always questioning himself. What the heck is wrong with me? Why do I feel what I feel when I don't even know what I'm feeling? Why am I so down? Why am I happy and then not happy? Why do I like this and then I don't like it anymore? Very complicated. Very complicated. So his first period of life, he will be somewhat influenced by the energy 6. But when we look at his first pinnacle of life, that will last from 0 to 29, and that 6 more or less the same. So this is double incompatible with the 7. Okay, is he going to die there? Well, not really. Now let's see what happens here. When we connect, when we kind of associate in a positive wave the 6 with the 7, see, 7 is all about intelligence. It's all about thought, thinking, analyzing, channeling. 6 is more of a go happy, you know, the puppy, the social one. 7, the tiger, loner. 6, social. Get it? Now, we're reading this in a positive way. He will be an artist. Sixes make good actors. Many. Sylvester Stallone. So many sixes are. Michael Jackson. And I could, George Clooney. I could go on. There's many. And of course him too. So that brings him to be an actor, a very intelligent actor. Actually, a very intelligent actor. But he will have his moments that not everybody will know in the first stage of his life. Not everybody will know. I know it is written in his code. But him, he knew how to hide his mood swings back then. To some people, of course, not to everybody, because those who lived with him could see it, obviously. From 0 to 29, all that was going on. And then from 29 to 38, he placed a 1. Pinnacle 1, influence 1. Okay. This 7, in the negative way, will lead them to be somewhat above people. You know, like, I'm not saying superiority, but something like that. The 7 with a 1 until the age of 38, 39 gave him, how can I, more, I don't want to say courage, but something like that. Drive. Drive what? If he's an artist, if he's an actor, chances are, if he has positive help, he has a good coach, he will make it big. He will make it big. And he did in the acting business. Then the 7 came at 38. And it will stay with him forever. So 7, 7, 7. Now that is a lot of 7. Because not only his life path, his journey is a 7. He entered the influence, the pinnacle. So it's like you are something, and as you drive down the road of that something, you find more of that something, more of that something. But that's not all. Look, he's got a 7 that comes from the consonants of his name. That is his social image. That's his inner desires. That's what she shows to the people. Well, if he was a writer, a philosopher, a psychologist, look, he can be the lighthouse for a lot of people if he was living the positive. Because that's what 7 is about. Spirituality. To light up the path for others to follow. To educate them. To help them. See, I don't know what he did. See, I know him from an actor and, Pirates of the Caribbean. But I don't know very much about him. See, I don't want to go and search so it doesn't influence my reading. One thing, what I saw yesterday, his picture, that was not at all the Johnny Depp I know. And some people even think, or they were saying on the news, that he's got to be really sick, probably with cancer, going through something very, very hard. Well, I don't know. He didn't look good. He didn't look happy. And he looked pretty whitish. Okay? He is still in 2017. Why? Because his birthday has not yet passed. We are the 5th today. So all this, the 5th of June today, all this is happening before his next birthday, which is sometime this week. Now, 2017 and 1963 is 1. 7, 8, 0, 9, 10. That makes 1. Get it? So it's 961. 961 equals to his destiny, his life path, his journey. So something big was going to happen this year. And when I say this year, it's from June 2017 to June 2018. I'm doing this video now, and I will see what happens in the following weeks to him. When we look at this code, now let's see the downside to this. We're talking about depression. Depression. Why this 7-7 can lead him to depression? Because he was born and raised in a 6 until the age of 29. So this is very sentimental. This is very victim. Unlucky. I was not well treated. My parents, whatever and whoever. You see, it doesn't mean that this is true. 6s, especially in men, have a very funny impact. You see, let's say his father gave him a slap in the face because he did something wrong. His story today is his father beat him up. Get it? It's kind of stretching. See, the 6, which he was born and raised, is an actor. Do you understand actor? So sometimes you act in your own life. Things are not really the way you're saying that they are or that they were. 7 is all about truth. So this 7 is active along with this 7. Active all the time as long as he's alive. These two kicked in at 38, 39. So it is too much energy, 7. And when you get too much of something, the negative surfaces. And in this case, it will lead him, no question about it. These are the cases that you hear about suicide, committed suicide. Wow, Johnny Depp. I'm not saying he's going to commit suicide. I'm just saying that it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. And when I heard that he is broke, financially ruined, his relationships are horrible. Everything in his life is horrible. You know what that does to you energetically? What that does to a 7? Now picture this. 7, 7, 7, 7. Incredible mind power. You see what others don't see. You know what others don't know. You see beyond time. It appears to be, wow, extraordinary, wonderful. It may be, but sometimes that so powerful mind, that so creative mind, creates movies in your mind. And usually they're negative movies. And it leads the being to a well. And that's what may be happening to him. I don't know if he's consulting anybody, but he should. The thing is, because he's going to be in 2 years. So in 2 years he's going to move from 9 to 1. Which, you see, this is from 0 to 28, more or less. This is 28 to 56. In this case, it makes sense. 56, 56, 57. No, 56. Exactly. 56, because 54, 55, 57. Because he's almost 55 in a few days. He's still in this 9. 9 is all about endings, like I told you. And what I didn't tell you is that 9s are connected to drama, to difficult passages, to losses. Could that be avoided? Yes, it could. if he had the knowledge. I am a 16-7 like he is. I don't have 6s, thank God, because I'm not incompatible with myself. I'm incompatible with life, but not with myself. I do have an 11, but you see, and I have the 9, not in my birthday, but I have 9 here. I am very well aware that I could have been in a bad posture, in bad shape, just like he is right now. So why am I not? What happened? What did you do that he's not doing? Well, when I say that numerology, life coach, the knowledge of life coach saved my life, see, changed my life, saved my life. I'm not joking. It is so. It is true. What is the 9 about? You have a split way in the 9. You either go to the left or you go to the right. There is no middle way. There's no middle way. Now the left is drama, losses, spiritual correction, pain, and so on. Not a path I want to go down. The right is you give your life away. What do you mean, Antonio? Well, that's what Wayne Dyer used to say. What do you want me to do with my life? It gets to a point that all you have left to do is give your life away. So that's what I do. I share videos, I consult, people consult me. That's what I do day in, day out. Non-stop. So okay, that's it. So I came here for closure, I close. I am willing to help anybody. But let's make it clear, I don't want to help anybody. Because I don't have the right to want anything for anybody. But I am willing to help anybody. And how do I help? Well, I help you find your own way. I help you find your path. That's what I do. So, that's what I use my 9. So automatically, I'm fine. Do I get the moments, like I said to you in the beginning? Yes, I do get these blue moments, these sad moments where I don't belong. What am I doing here? Well, what am I doing here? I'm just doing time. I'm just writing in the pages of my book until that door opens. And when that door opens, I go to the other side. I go back home. Journeys end. Okay? Back to him. He's 54. Now, still, that's 9 here. So obviously, if he was consulting someone that knows about this, and it's not only consulting, consulting is easy. You need to want to consult. You need to consult. You need to listen carefully to what is being told to you. And then you need to follow through. Follow through. Does he have these 4? I'm not so sure, because he was born and raised in the 6. And 6s are master procrastinators. They procrastinate. So I'm not sure he would follow through. See, the 1 and the 7, because that's his 3rd and last period, he will move there by the age of 57. But still 2 years to go. Still 2 years to go. 1 and 7 will give him courage. You see, 1s and 7s are not procrastinators at all. But is what I call the second hard drive, which is programmed, or should I say, receives programming in 4 7s. 0 to 7, 7 to 14, 14 to 21, 21 to 28. So it was programmed under the influence of the 6. And the 6 is what I told you before. So when you get here, you're far from the 29, yes, but How have you dealt with the program? Is the program still controlling you? Or are you master of the program? Meaning, you know that you have the tendency to procrastinate, but you catch yourself in the act and say, no, no, do it. You go and do it. The time is now. It has to be done. You know what happens when something is done? Exactly that is done. Done. Over with. He is, since the age of 38, in a challenge 5. And that means that he can be very impulsive. Now, picture the scenario. You have someone extremely intelligent. 7 and 11 are the vibrations or frequencies, whatever you want to call it, of intelligence, mind power. Mind power. So he has an incredible mind power. Beyond what you can imagine. Okay? Very intelligent. You see, he's way too intelligent for his own comfort. Okay? Now, he's impulsive with this intelligence. Can you see the atomic bomb? Can you see the nuclear combination we have here? Johnny, what is it that you want in your life? You really have to stop, look, and listen. What is it that you want? Really, really, really. Look what Richard Gere did. He was hit by the light. And then you focus. It's like you know what life is about. And then you get into that corridor and you just follow it. No expectations. You just enjoy the moment. And yes, you have to kind of sweep the place a little bit. A lot of friendships that are like tired, or they are vampires, or toxic, you need to get rid of them. And you need to reconnect with yourself. Impulsiveness. So impulsiveness is you can make decisions that are quite erratic. You haven't thought about it. And then you pay the price. So you need to be careful with that. Sentimental. Sentimental. And 2, 5, 6, empty. You are way too sensitive. You take everything too hard. You will suffer. You will go into depression. That is what will bring you to depression. And your strength, which is unbelievably strong, which is your mind, that comes out of the 7, 11, and even the 9, because the 9 also injects intelligence, knowledge, like, you know, the howl. And then the 3, 6, 9, full. Holy cow. Who are you? You're a mastermind. But your mind can be your best friend and your worst enemy. Gosh, that thing turns like crazy. 28 hours a day. Yeah, you kind of got 4 hours in the day somehow. What a being. Johnny, what a being. What motivates him? What motivates him? It's a 13-4. 13-4, for those who know about numerology, is a tough number. Hard. They self-destruct or they make huge things happen. Now they're very stubborn, very rigid. Can you follow me here? Now we have the 7, everything that I said so far. Now you're going to add that into what I just said. When I talk about a nuclear combination, Can you see it now? Can you see it? Now let's venture. Let's venture in the positive. Nothing but positive. That's not what is living. But it could. Oh, he's only 54. He's going to be 55. Still young. I'm 58. I'm very young still. So he's even younger. Let's see. Now, the positive is he will be the actor, incredibly intelligent, because Mel Gibson is a 7. There's a few 7s that are incredibly amazing actors like Marilyn Monroe, Bruce Lee and others. So 6'6", okay. I'm an actor. I love acting. I love people. I'm social. I can interact. I'm a lover. The puppy. Harmony. Now I am an actor that is intelligent. Intelligent. And visionary. Hard worker. Hard worker. And I am seen as a philosopher. Someone who knows what he's talking about. Wow. And to accentuate all this, that makes it even bigger. That's what we call a beautiful mind. Creating as you go along, because you know, the one is very creative, the initiator, the root to all things. Again, in the positive, this man could be the description of inspiration in the positive. Inspiring people from all walks of life. This is the kind of man who could go into an humanitarian movement and help the world change its mind. Instead of self-destructing. Let's see what happens in the near future. But what I saw yesterday is in really, really bad shape. See, when you look at his challenges, challenges are also my karmic account book. Karmic account book meaning I came here to overcome that, to learn that, to understand that. Overcome. So he needs to understand this communication. Do not be aggressive. Do not be timid. Do not scatter. You need 8. There's losses. That's a challenge. There will be issues with money that will bring you or will lead you to ask questions about money. What am I doing with money that I shouldn't be doing? And what am I not doing that I should be doing? And then 5-5, you really, really need to stop and learn how to meditate, or just contemplate, or just go for a walk. You need to find a way to just calm down, and to analyze all the decisions you make, because they can be quite erratic. Impulsive behavior is not thoughtful behavior. Well, I hope you liked this reading, and let's see what happens to Johnny Depp. I send him a lot of love, light. He's a really, really good person, but that doesn't mean anything. You can be a very good person, but if you're confused, you're not good for anything. This is Antonio speaking. Thank you.